Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, baby nitwitch. You want to get some matcha? You want to get some matcha and do yoga? Hey, baby nitwitch. Australia? Dude, we have several Australian nitwitches. That's crazy. We're international boys. Honestly, we have a pretty strong international audience. What up, Che? What up, Liz? How you doing, Chop Suey? You're working tonight, buddy? Just here for the vibes and the breath? It's a lovely day here. They didn't cuck the skies at all yesterday. It was very odd. But today I see they got the chemtrails up already. They got a nice thin sheet. Oh my god! We can't do yoga. Paul has his red mess. Dude, insane. Oh my god, I just blacked out and forgot about this. Yeah. Dude, so, okay, here, you want to hear the story? Okay, so last night, I'm taking the bus up here, and I was listening to music, and I opened up my text, and I was like, I just want to open it up and see what it looks like when it looks like I'm texting Paul. And then I started a message and I just said, "Have a good weekend, buddy." And I said, "Fuck it." And I just sent it. I sent it at 7:49 and 7:51. I got a bloop that popped up that said red. Red at 7:51. 2 minutes later, Paul Weisopel, we know this is his phone number. I called it. I got his voicemail. It's Paul. Paul literally has red messages on. And so at that exact moment, I'm sitting on the bus, literally crying and laughing to myself silently, bro. I'm going... The bus was insane last night. It was like... There was a bunch of people who needed significant help. And they were running up and down the aisles, doing drugs in the bathroom, bro. It was going crazy. And then here's me just cackling to myself, crying, tears streaming down my face, because Paul has red messages turned on. He's an FBI agent, bro. He's pissing his jeans right now. Nah, we're buddies. He's my friend. He's never gonna hurt me. Honestly, dude. Now, don't get me wrong. They definitely hurt people. Part of me is like, do these people do this and they're okay with it because it is mostly all not real? Like, how much of Oklahoma City isn't real? You know? Is it this, like, don't get me wrong, not trying to be a denier of everything, but I've always been like, how does Paul live with himself? Now, he obviously didn't actually make the bomb because he's too stupid. He didn't actually detonate it. He didn't do any of that shit. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe they didn't even kill the kids. Who knows? Because these people do be acting a fool, and I do think that a lot of them get away with it by just being like, oh, we're just actors. But, yeah, dude. So I made full contact with Paul. Him not messaging me back and just being like, who is this? Might mean he knows who it is. He didn't call me back after I left a voicemail either. I think he knows. Guys, what if we are right about everything? And my intervention and all the stuff that has hit my life the last 2 years. What if it is all Paul? Wouldn't that be funny? What if Paul legit is my handler? I choose to live in that world, bro. No, we usually take the first 10 minutes to get everyone to come in. Harry, you're not throwing a wrench in anything. But yeah, he's pissing his jeans. I just wrote out a long ass comment and sent it and said it was too long and just disappeared. Yeah, dude, YouTube loves doing that shit. Just spent the morning moving 50 bags of stones from front driveway to backyard fence area, then weed whacked a bunch and sprayed weeds with salt and vinegar and dish soap mix. Nice, dude. Get 'em. Anyway, boys, are you okay? I was thinking about just doing another loose vinyasa thing instead of the 26 and 2 postures, the rigid stuff. But you guys can make the call. Whatever. I'll do whatever. My back and body are going to be fucked up for the next few. Yeah, dude. It's going to feel good though. You're going to be able to move 100 bags of stones next time. But yeah, Paul. I wonder what Paul's doing. He's probably in here right now. Can someone at Paul Wysopal and see if his name comes up in the chat? That's how you know if someone's here and they're lurking. But alright, boys, let's make it down to the front yard. You guys hear all the night sounds? The night crickets be out all day now. There might be too much lens flare here. Should we try it? Here, wait. I want to try and see if maybe the last time the backyard was just cooked. Let's see. Can you guys still see me back here? And we can enjoy Skitter's beautiful backyard. Paul wears jeggings for yoga. Is this still working? Skitter, it's the end of the summer. What do you mean? Everything is just dwindling down because summer's over. Oh, leaves aren't changing for you? Well, upstate here they are. Okay, I'm gonna go get my mat and we're gonna try and do yoga back here. All right, give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna go get my mat. BRB. Boys, did you guys listen to that new Taylor Swift? Oh my gosh, right? Incredible work. I see a bunch of Swifties saying that she intentionally released a bad album as a joke. Wouldn't that be funny? Okay, are we still good? You're starting to miss us on the non-stream days? Hell yeah, boys. I can hit you with the fresh link for the disco after, unless Mr. Bunny, I don't know if Mr. Bunny usually, Mr. Bunny showed up last week. He might show up today, but he might be sleeping in. All right, here we go. If, Skitter, if it starts getting fucked up, just call me. I'll see it. All right, dudes. Oh, ooh, yeah, I got a nice view of the sun. Let's go, boys. All right, I figure we'll do a little vinyasa. We'll have some fun. We'll do random stuff. Has anyone got an email from Discord about your information being hacked? Frick, no. Anytime anyone sends me an email or a text about my information being hacked, I just ignore it. I feel like I get all those scam codes too that are like, oh, your account code to take all of your money out of Bitcoin is here. Uh-oh, if this isn't you, reach out to us. Anyway, fuck them. Here we go, dudes. All right, let's find ourselves on our mat. Let's do some breath work first. Let's hit our vapes real quick. And toss them away. All right, if you want to sit in hero's pose or if you want to sit in lotus with your legs crossed, you can put your hands out in front of you. Oh, the cool thing that I realized about lotus the other day is, you know what this is, dude? Look at the outline of my body. What am I? I'm a fucking pyramid, boys. I'm a pyramid, right? Pyramid. The more yoga I practice, the more I realize that all the sacred geometry and all the buildings and all the churches and everything and the earth, all the same shapes, right, boys? Alrighty, here we go. Let's freaking breathe. Ready? Breathe in through your nose. Hold it at the top. And exhale. Feel yourself root into freaking Gaia. Send deep roots down into the earth. In. Hold. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. All right, let's bring our arms up for the next breath. Straight hands. Namaskar, that's prayer hands at the top. And on the exhale, turn your hands and come down. Push your palms away. Fingers up towards the sky. Push the heel of your hand further apart. Separate your arms as much as you can. Turn your hands, breathe in. Exhale, come down. Push away. Palms straight out from your shoulders. Breathe in. And exhale. All right, one more breath, come up. And turn your hands, come down. And push away. Spread your chest out, broaden your shoulders, broaden your chest, chin up, back straight. All right, bring your right arm across. I like to do little wrist spinnies, go each way. Kind of helps stretch out all your tendons and stuff. Open your arms wide, left arm across. Do your little wrist twisties. All right, arms wide. Bring your right arm up. I kind of tuck my left hand, like my left wrist, behind the back of my head. Drop your right arm down your back, touch your spine, and sit up straight. Breathe in, head up. You're trying to push your right arm back. Get that stretch in your, what is this, tricep? Right arm up, left arm down, switch. Breathe in. All right, arms to your side. Let's do a little side twist or side bend. Bring your left arm up over your head. Put your right arm down. You can kind of look up past your hand and reach over. Big stretch with your left hand. Make like a continuous line from your hip down to your fingertips. Reach over further with your right hand. And always breathe in. All right, left arm down. Switch. They've got the plastic in front of the sun. These lizards. Whew. All right, let's lose the frickin' jeans. Whoops, sorry. Didn't mean to do that in the mic. You still good? Not yoga, but I'm stretching in funky ways, painting this house. Hell yeah. Yeah, every email and text you get anymore is a scam. All right, here we go. Actually, I'm gonna go this way. You see me here? Oakley dokley, boys. Let's do some cow cats. All right, boys. So for cow cats, we're gonna go in tabletop. Basically, you put your palms underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips,
And then we're going to bring our bellies down, head up, breathe in, drop your tailbone, and then push up and exhale. Breathe in, come up, arch your back, bring your belly down, and then reverse it, breathe out, breathe in, and breathe out. Then let's bring our right hand up to the sky. Can you see me? Yeah. Right arm up to the sky, twist, look up at your hand, and then bring it down, thread it through your left arm, put your head down, and walk your left fingers up in front of you. And you're kind of using your right arm on the ground to twist up. And you're getting a big twist on your back and getting a nice stretch on your shoulder. All right, bring your left palm back, reach back up, right arm down. Let's switch. Left arm up. You can do your little wrist twisties here too. I like that. Come down, thread your arm through. Right arm forward. And open up your chest. Breathe deep. Right arm back. Reach your left hand back up to the sky. They 9/11'd our skies. And come back down. Let's do a couple more cow cats. All right, let's do a couple ab thingies. Let's get our core going. All right, boys, let's do some freaking crunchers. All right, feet down, about waist width, hip width distance. We're gonna bring our hands under our head. Just stack your hands. You can interlace them too if you want. We're gonna do shoulders wide, and then we're just gonna do some crunches. Okay, ready? Here we go. So up, down, down. I usually exhale on the ups and breathe in on the down. It's kind of like a Pilates thing, but it helps you move some of that heat. Up, down. And you're trying to bring your upper back and your shoulders up off the ground. Try not to use momentum. You should feel like kind of like a burning in your abs. Squeeze them when you're up. Up, down. Squeeze and hold. Come down. Up, squeeze and hold. Elbows wide. And down. I'll do one more. Squeeze and hold. And all right, boys, you want to get nasty with it? You want to do hundreds? Here, we'll do a couple hundreds, okay? So you can do them, basically put your heels together and your toes can go out. And if you can, you want to keep your legs straight out at like a 45-degree angle. and then we're going to lift up. If you can't do that yet, you know, keep your legs up. As the higher they are, the easier it is. The lower it is, the harder it is. You can have knees bent a little, but you're aiming to have legs straight with heels touching and toes out, okay? So here we go, ready? What we're gonna do is we're gonna stick our legs out, and then we're gonna lift our chest and our shoulders up, and you're gonna pump with your arms like this. Ready? So here we go. Chest up, pump. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. All right, come down. Hug your knees to your chest. I usually reach around and grab both elbows. Keep your toes and your heels together and just kind of bring your knees down to your chest. Sweet. All right, let's do our last ab thing. We'll just do seated chair. Okay, so put your legs at 90 degrees with your heels perpendicular to the ground, and we're just gonna lift up our shoulders and our upper backs, and we're gonna push against our legs here, okay? You're pushing back with your legs against you, and you're pushing your legs away from you with your hands. Ready? Here we go. Push and hold. Don't forget to breathe. Keep your shoulders up. It's like you're seated in a chair, but laying on your back. Keep pushing with your hands. Keep your shoulders up. All right, and change. Tuck in one more time. Grab your legs. All right. Let's start our vinyasa flow. Still going okay? Yeah. Nice. All right, boys, let's start with our frickin' flow. All right, dudes, let's start at the top of our frickin' mats, and we'll start with Namaskar A. Alrighty, so you're at the top of your mat. You got your feet, your heels together, knees together. Bring your palms to your heart center. We're gonna breathe in and go up. Big stretch. We'll do the first one really slow and we'll hold the poses. So big stretch, reach to the sky, get your elbows straight. And exhale, come down. This is your folded pose. You got your chest against your thighs, your hands on the ground. Then you go down with your exhale. Now we're going to go to a half lift. So you stand your legs straight up, put your hands on your shins or your knees with your back parallel to the ground. Chin up a little bit. This is your breath in. Then we forward fold again, exhale. Then we do chaturanga. So for this, we're here, you jump back or walk back, okay? And then you're in a plank. And once your feet hit, you can start going down, but you want to keep your whole body straight and slowly lower yourself basically to the ground with your elbows going backwards. So you go down, legs and everything still tight, push through, and then you arch your back, bring your shoulders down. If you can't hold yourself with your legs and stuff, the first few months that I was doing it, I would come down, just go down, straight down, push up, lay on the ground, and then I would push myself up to my knees. Eventually, though, you want to come down and have all of the control in your arms, push through before you're even on the ground, and then arch back. So that's your inhale, and then your exhale is up dog. Right? So up dog, your feet are about hips width distance. Your palms are open. All of your fingers are pressing into the ground with your fingers spread out. You're on the balls of your feet, and you're pushing this part of your butt up into the air. Again, we're a little pyramid, right? Cool. Then we go back to the top by bending our knees, looking forward, and you can either jump like that or walk. Okay? Want to run through 4 or 5 of those? Morning micro war cart. I always think it's micro war cart. Miko war cart. All right, dudes, here we go. We're just going to move through it now, okay? All right. Top of your mat. Hands in prayer. Ready? Breathe in and go up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Walk your feet out a little bit. Get a nice stretch in the back of your legs. You can do one at a time. All right, bend your knees, look forward. You can either step ahead or jump to the top of your mat. Half lift. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, high mountain. And exhale, hands to chest. Cool? All right, let's run through 2 of those in a row fast. Or not fast, but without stopping. Here we go. Breathe in, come up, high mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Bend your knees, look to the top. Jump. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Bend your knees. Jump to the top. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. and exhale. Stand in mountain for a second. This is high mountain. This is normal mountain. You open your palms a little bit. Unless people tell me otherwise, I usually am trying to keep my heels and my toes together, my feet together as much as possible. I feel like you're a little more of a sturdy tree trunk that way. And also, you can become more sturdy too, but see how when you flex your quads here, is this your quads? Yeah. Your kneecaps come up. That's another way to solidify your trunk, right? And also it's another way to add, more muscle usage throughout the practice and stuff so you can become stronger. If stuff's starting to feel easy or whatever, you want more of a challenge, start flexing like everything all the time. All right. I think we're going to try and do 3 in a row now before we move to Namaskar B. Y'all down for that? I can't see you. Nobody's here. I'm assuming you're like, yeah, I'm down for that. I'll try. Whatever you say. All right, here we go, boys. Let's do 3 Namaskar A's and then we'll do something else. Ready? Let's get our breaths and sweat going. All right, hands to heart center. Breathe in, high mountain. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Bend your knees, step to the top. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, high mountain. Prayer hands. Inhale, lift. Fold. Exhale. Half lift. Fold. Exhale, chaturanga. Come down with control. Push through. Inhale. Exhale. Bend your knees, step or hop to the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Come down with control. Push through. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. Bend your knees. Step to the top. Half or full. What am I doing? High mountain. Prayer hands. And go to mountain. Arms down. You can do a little wrist spinnies here. All right. Before we go into Namaskar B, let's do some stretchies. Let me make sure everything's still good. Y'all can still see me. All the Debs are at all these today with 0 spatial awareness. Hey, Mr. Bunny. Someone was asking for the disco link. I can't do it while I'm streaming right now, but if you have a second, would you mind? Don't hurt yourself, Aunt Deb. This ain't like your jazzercise classes. Don't look at my butt. Alrighty, dudes. So let's go do a child's pose for a second. So for child's pose, I do my knees wide open, my toes are touching, and then you bring your belly in between your legs here, right? So you can do a passive one where you let your arms droop to the ground and just rest here. If your arms are tired, like if we were doing like Ardha Chandrasana, the half moon pose from the traditional stuff, and your arms are really tired, you can put your knees together and drop your arms back. We haven't really been doing too much shoulder stuff, unless the down dogs have been killing you, but I like to do active child's pose where I'm reaching. I'm trying to stretch my body out like 6 inches longer than I actually am, and I'm pretty sure that I'm being successful at it. I feel taller. But yeah, I always reach forward as far as I can till it feels like my shoulders are gonna get pulled out eventually. But don't pull your shoulders out, you know what I mean? All right, come up to tabletop here. Uh-oh. Put my glasses down now, I can't find them. Oh, here, there. All right, so we're in a tabletop. That's just knees straight down, hands straight down from your shoulders. And then let's bring our right foot to the top of your mat on the outside of your hands. And then we're going to tuck our left toes and bring your leg up, bring your knee up off the ground, and then rock back and forth. Kind of keep your right shoulder attached to your knee. And just rock on the ball of your foot. And then pick your right hand up, and we can do a twist. Separate your shoulders away from each other. Do you guys see that tree? That tree's orange. Hand back down. Rock one more time. And then bring your right knee back to tabletop. Okay, and let's do it on the other side. Pick up your right knee and rock on the balls of your feet. Well, the ball of your right foot. You're on the heel of your left foot. Pick up your left hand. I usually keep my fingers together too for stuff like this. I like to do knife points. I always think of like the way that the buildings are. They always have one point. Okay, left hand down, right knee back, press back to child's pose. All right. Then let's open it up into a warrior 2, okay? So for this one, you've got your foot either at a parallel to the back of your mat or turned slightly inwards. And then you're trying to get this leg down to be parallel to the ground, 90 degrees if possible. And then we're going to open our arms so that they go straight from your shoulders. And we're going to sit here and breathe. Touch your chin to your shoulder and look down your hand like a rifle scope. Breathing in through your nose. Keep the back leg firm. And just breathe. Flip your right palm. Grab your back leg with your left hand. And then we're going to reach back and arch back. Then reach your right hand forward. We're going to tuck your elbow into your right knee and lift your left arm over your head. And then you're going to open up and look towards your right arm. I know your right quad's burning. We're going to get off of it in a sec. Breathe. And then bring your back arm down and straighten your right knee so you're off your quad. Then we're gonna reach forward and do a triangle pose. So both legs are straight. Your back leg's kind of turned in a little bit towards your front leg. Your front leg is, your toes are pointing straight. And then you're gonna put your palm on your shin, your knee, wherever you can reach, and reach up. This one's called triangle. All right, then bend your knee again, come down to your lunge, go into a plank, drop your knees, and do a child's pose before we go to the other side. Ready for the other side? Here we go. Go into downward dog. Lift your left leg up. Oh, we didn't do this on the other side. We should have, but it's okay. Left leg up, bring it forward. And then we're going to open up into warrior two. Ready? The way I do it is when you're coming down, to make it look pretty, I bring my right arm and kind of do like a windmill with it, or a merry-go-round. So I bring it all the way up, open it up, and then kind of drop into my warrior two like this. Breathing through your nose. As the pose goes on, you tend to like lift up, so make sure that you keep dropping. Arms at shoulder level. All right, then grab your back leg, flip your left palm, come up, arch back, breathing through your nose. Then reach forward, put your left knee to your left elbow, and you're gonna bring your right arm up over your head and look up. Use your left elbow to kind of push your left knee out because it has a tendency to want to go in. All right, and stretch your left leg straight, palm on shin, arm to the air, toes are forward. Breathing in, just like the trees. All right, come down, downward dog, child's pose. Gotta go get flexy, boys. See you, Chop Suey. Good day, mate. Or actually, I'll do Namaskar B on this side. I'm not sure which angle is better for you guys, but you can let me know in the comments. Make sure I remember Namaskar B correctly. Stand by, stand by, stand by, stand by. This pine tree is trying to stab me. All right, boys, here we go. We'll do a couple Namaskar Bs, and then we'll do our final stretch, and then we'll be done for today. All right, ready? First, start in prayer at chest, and then we're going to open up into Utkatasana, chair pose. So you try and bring your arms to your head level, your biceps up to your head level. Do your knife hands, and you're sitting in the chair, dropping your butt back and leaning your chest forward. We're going to hold these ones for a second, and then we'll flow through it after this. Sit lower in the chair, butt back more, chest up, forward fold. Half lift, inhale. Then we're going to do our old friend chaturanga on the exhale. Up dog. Down dog. And then we're going to step through with our right foot and come up to warrior one, which is kind of like what we just did, which is called warrior two. But instead of arms like this, we're looking forward and bringing our arms straight up together. Drop your hips low. Arch your back. Look up. Back leg is firm, straight. And then we're going to come down. Chaturanga again. Exhale. Inhale, up dog. And then bring your left leg up. Step through. Warrior one. Sit low. Chaturanga, exhale. Up dog, then down dog, exhale. Bend your knees, hop to the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Utkatasana, chair. And then stand up. Prayer at chest. You guys want to flow that? We'll flow that 2 times in a row. Take a quick breath here. We won't hold the postures as long. We'll flow through it a little more. All right, ready? Here we go. Breathe in, Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Pick your right leg up. Step through. Inhale, warrior one. Breath. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left leg up. Step through. Come up, inhale. Warrior one. Breath. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, down dog. Did we just do the other side? I think so. Did we? Yeah. Step through or jump through. Breathe in, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right leg up. Right leg steps through. Come up, warrior one. Inhale. Breath. Exhale, Chaturanga. Exhale, down dog. Left leg up. Step through. Come up, inhale. Breath. Exhale. Chaturanga. Up dog. Exhale, down dog. Hop to your hands. Half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Utkatasana. Hold it for a sec. And let it go, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. And come up, namaskar, or pair hands. Hell yeah, boys. Feel alive? Your heart pumping a little? Mine is. Whew. Yeah, I don't understand how the weather is still this warm. I know, right? The DARPA. All right, boys. You want to learn how to do? You want to learn how to do crow pose? Okay, boys. So to get freaky, so this is called Malasana squat, where you come down, try and keep your heels down, and you're basically pushing your elbows out, or your knees out with your elbows, right? Back straight. But then you can go from here and you put your hands straight down. Okay, so you go hands straight down so your elbows are tucked into your knees. And then you come forward. Bring your tootsies together. I try and get basically it's like if you were sitting inside of your child's pose. Get your feet together, palms flat on the ground, and then you can come up and you use your arms here as like a shelf for your knees and your calves or your shins. All right? And then you can go up. And then when you're ready, come down. Pat yourself on the back. There's all different cool variations of that too. I'm still working on, it's called side crow, where you put your knees together and you're up on your tippy toes. See, my heels are up. And then you take your elbow and you put it inside your knee here. And then this arm, you're trying to get back on like this butt part. And I can't do this yet. But then you kind of shift over. Oh, almost. But I think the most fun thing about yoga is that there's always like this time at the end where everyone's trying to just do like the cool things that they're working on that they don't quite have yet, that there's no like pressure for or whatever. So it's like everyone always just acting like little kids, like trying to get into these things and then falling on their ass. It's very fun. Ugh. Makes you feel like a little kid again. But okay, I'm significantly sweaty, so why don't we do our final stretches here, and then we'll call it a day, and we'll all get out on our hikes. Getting strong as heck. Yeah, dude, I feel it. And people have been noticing too. It's kind of awesome. Is stream lagging? Here, I'll go over. It might be because I walked over here. We can go back to the side of the house for the last 5 minutes. Woo! Here, we'll just go on the ground. Yeah, that was a fun one. You look like a mushroom. Oh. That pace will get your heart rate up. Huge improvement over the last 2 weeks. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, it's also going through the first week of being like, wait, where do I stand when I do this? Yeah, we're getting smoother with it. All right, dudes. Let's do some freaking... Ooh, I know. One of my favorite stretches is where you lay down, put your right arm out, and then we're gonna roll up on it, basically. So bring your left leg back and kind of prop it up. And then you're gonna roll onto your arm as much as you can. Go slow because this is a lot, right? If you wanna bind, you can bring your left arm behind your back. And that just kind of helps open up your left shoulder to the, to the air a little bit. But yeah, roll backwards on your right arm as much as you can. Use your left leg to kind of keep you balanced and push you back, but you won't be able to lay flat on your arm, obviously. But this is a great arm opener. Okay, and then slowly roll over. Then we'll do it on the other side. Left arm out. Bring your right leg over. And then bring your right arm behind your back. And just breathe. Usually what I do now whenever I'm in these positions where this isn't like the most comfortable, right? You've got a lot of strain in your left shoulder. But I think that is good. It's like opening that stuff up, and where that pain or that tightness or that information, the stretch, wherever that is, whenever I'm breathing, I'm sending my breath to that area, if you know what I mean. Like, it's almost like I'm like highlighting that area in my mental map of my body, right? When I close my eyes, I kind of see like a mental map of my body, like a CGI outline almost, like a little blue guy. And where there's like that stretch, or if I'm stretching doing like a big quad stretch and I feel that big pull on your butt and stuff, in my mind's eye, it's like that area on my little mental mind body is lighting up in like yellow, So wherever I see that, when I have my eyes closed or if I'm just meditating on that and I'm breathing, I'm sending that chi, the prana, that breath into that spot, into those yellow highlights that I'm seeing. I don't know if anyone else does that, but it kind of makes sense to me. All right, roll over. And then let's do some leggy stretches, and then we'll be done. All right, stick your, oh, look at that. Free feet, boys. God damn. God damn. Look at them long things. Dude, not only do I have salad fingers, I have salad toes. Look at those fucking things. The fuck? Anyway, stop looking at them. Okay, left leg out. Bring your right leg in. Arms up. Big stretch. And then you can bend your knee. Interlace your fingers at the ball of your foot. And then touch your forehead to your knee. And try and stretch your leg out if you can. I'm a little tight today. Sorry, I didn't mean to sniffle right in the mic. Well, it was more of just a breath through my nose. All right, come up. Straight back. Right leg forward. Left leg out. Head to knee. Ooh, dude, my right leg is so much more fucked than my left right now. I don't know why. Oh! Breathing in that air into the yellow highlights on my gluteus booteus right now. Oh, man, I'm gonna have to do some extra work on this leg today. This shit is fucked. But, alright, boys. Come on, bring it to hero's pose. We'll bring it full circle. Do a little homage. You see our beautiful cucked skies? Here. Look at that. Just where the sun is. Just a nice big sheen. Plastic sheet. Shoe size? 13, baby. Alrighty. Here we go. Bring your arms down to your side. Bring them up. Inhale. Exhale. Hands at heart center. And we're just going to do a couple ohms. Ready? Om. Om. Thumbs at third eye. Bow to yourself. Bow to your fellow nitwitches. Hands down. Chin up. Good job, boys. Have a good day. What a perfect endorsement for that shirt. I know, right? Oh, it's so good. All right, hold on. Let me go get my water bottle, and then we can debrief for a minute on the porch. But I'll BRB 1 sec. Here we go, boys. Oh, and let me go grab Scooter's little thing so I don't forget it. Do you remember when the skies weren't gray every day? They were so freaking blue and felt warm, and the sun was orange again. Ah, 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 when are the cock's gonna fuck off? Can't they just leave us alone, boys? Why do they gotta ruin our shit all day? Shake your jaw when you do ohm? Wait, what do you mean? Like, shake it? Mr. Bunny, you're size 13 too? I only trust people with size 13 or bigger. Sorry. And they have to be shirtless most of the time. Dude, you know what's so funny is how I think that they're just trying to make me feel self-conscious, but the amount of people that get so offended by me never having a shirt on, like, I do scroll through my feed and I'm like, all of the people that I trust on here are never wearing a shirt. But it's so funny, the people who fucking hate that I never have a shirt on and that my hair is funny. But I do think that those are usually bots, because the first thing that they do to get you to shut your mouth is to try and make you feel stupid or ugly or any of that shit, you know? But I've felt that my whole life, so you're never gonna make me feel like that online, bitch. Or, honestly, I think it might be a lot of dudes who are gay and they're a little distracted and they don't like me rubbing it in their face that they're gay and they like what they see. It's because everyone is a slave to... I know, I think that too. I think people just don't even know that they're doing it. Probably. Like, dude, honestly, a lot of the stuff that people say most of the time is miserable. They just say stuff that has like an undercurrent of like judging, because honestly, they don't know what else to say. It's just what they're taught. But yeah, body shaming, and we throw it in their faces, so that gets them big time mad. But that's funny. Dude, Taylor Swift's new album, have you seen the amount of copium? I saw Cutie Cinderella saying that she knew that that Taylor Swift released this album bad on purpose as a joke. And they're still like Swifties. The Swifties are coping hard, man. It's so funny. They have more cope than anyone. They're like, Taylor's definitely going to announce that she's a lesbian with Karlie Kloss and she's going to free Gaza soon enough. She's a Nazi, dude, and she wrote an album with ChatGPT and sold you 12 vinyl variants of it. Dude, it's so funny bad, right? Oh, what's the line? I didn't even see the girl boss too close to the sun line when I made that video yesterday about it. Right? It's cringe, dude. It's like, dude, it's literally like that lady, you know, the lady who was catfishing her daughter and they made a Netflix doc about it? She fucking for like 2 years some person was harassing their daughter and trying to like fuck her boyfriend, who they're both 16 or something. And it turns out that the person who was harassing the daughter for 2 years was the mother. The mother was talking about how her daughter's pussy is rank and fishy smelling and that she sucks her boyfriend's cock. A 16-year-old? Anyway, Taylor Swift gives me, her new album gives me that same exact energy as that mom from the Catfish movie.
She's got to stop getting drunk. She's got to stop getting drunk, bro. Exactly. The way Stevie Wonder... Wait. Oh, shake your jaw when you're doing an ohm. The way Stevie Wonder moves his head when he sings. Difficult to explain. Interesting. So is that a thing for me? So you're saying like... kind of like that? I mean, dude, I do kind of... I feel like I have this like... this little like flow movement thing that I just do kind of all the time now. It's just like this. Every time I'm like waiting for the subway, don't know what to do, I just kind of like rock back and forth, and it's kind of like if my whole body was Stevie Wonder's head. Is that kind of what you mean? Wait, are you... It's a thing for me. Oh, my jaw seemed tense. I see. Yeah, I mean, my jaw is always, like, tense and locked. I can open it now, though. Isn't that cool? It was locked for, like, 3 months straight like this. I can open it, like... But, hell yeah, boys. All right. Anyone got anything else? Any other news on the docket till I see you tomorrow? Hope you have a good day. It's fucking beautiful out. I hope it's nice where you guys are too. Me and Skid are gonna go try and catch a hike real quick before it gets dark at 4 o'clock. But thanks, Eric. I'll try and do that too later. I think too, my mom sent me these things to do where I sit in like hero's pose and tilt my head back for like 10 minutes. It seems to like loosen stuff up. It also helps with the dizziness, which still is something that I'm like still dealing with. It's very weird. I'm wondering, dude, what if it's because my pineal's swelling up? But if I, like when we do triangle pose, when I go from, it's kind of cool though, because now it's like I can control it. But when I go from looking down and I turn my head to do this, it's like everything starts spinning, but now it happens so often that I can kind of like breathe through it and not fall over. You fix the songs, I'm still gonna pay $9.11 for it. Dude, I was listening to Aunt Deb on the way up here yesterday on the bus. But alright, boys. Love you. Not in a weird way. We'll see you freaking tomorrow, 6 p.m., okay? Have a good day. Go outside. Go touch grass. Go be a pyramid. Look back in the video at your jaw later. Maybe you can see. Yeah, I will. Thanks, Eric. But yeah, I'll do some jaw exercises. I'll stop yapping so much for the rest of the day. Dude, imagine being able to breathe yourself into an acid trip. I'm telling you, when me and Skinner went, it wasn't last weekend, it was the hike before that. We found this place that was like, there was literally no one there. It wasn't like an official, it was just kind of like a local, like neighborhood hiking trail that was epic, bro. And we had the whole place to ourselves. And usually when I go hiking, I take like 2 grams of mushies, and we went on this creek, and it's kind of dry because it's like the fall, so the water's not flowing so much. And we sat on top of this waterfall that's basically dry right now. It just has like one trickle, and dude, you could feel it was like opened up to this whole gorge. It was like a miniature gorge, but it was like just for us. And we were sitting at the top of it for like, I don't know, it was probably only like 30 minutes, but it felt like an hour or so. And dude, I swear to fuck, I had like, I think the DMT like opens up the channels or something, because now I feel like I have subtle DMT trips when I'm doing like hard ass yoga, or when we were on that thing and I was just meditating. I was meditating, and then I would go and do yoga on top of the I do like standing bow pose and stuff on the top of this waterfall that's dry, you know, so I'm just on the rocks and shit. And then I sat down, and it literally looked like someone had a pine cone directly in front of my face, because you know how it's like the flower of life that's like laid on top of each other. It's like this shape. It looked like someone was holding it right in front of my eyes. My eyes were closed and spinning it. So it was like all those, you know, the circle lines, and they were just kind of slowly spinning, which is what I see essentially when I smoke DMT. It has a lasting effect on the brain. I have to find a DMT plug for real. Oh, Mr. Bunny, have you never done it? Because, dude, I think it's like because it's just a naturally occurring thing, right? I wonder if when you do DMT, that it's like priming the pump. It's like priming the gas tank or priming the oil, you know? Once you get a little flowing, then it's like, oh, this is what I do. I forgot. My pineal was too calcified, but now my pineal's swelling, as D-Rock says. Pineal too swollen. Yeah, the 1,000-petal lotus. Yeah, I did it as a teen, but was just partying. Yeah, dude. I think too, when you have a spiritual connection to it, I think it does something. So, yeah, probably now too it'll go extra hard. The pineal gland will align to the changing frequencies. Life will be a dream. Life is feeling more like a dream every day. Yeah, it primes the pineal. But, all right, boys. Me and Skidder got to hit the road before it gets dark. Love you. Bye. Thanks for hanging. Appreciate y'all. See you tomorrow, 6 p.m. And nothing crazy will have to be spoken about. It'll just be normal shit. I think it's fairly easy to make, and the root is legal to buy. Yeah, I need to figure out how to make it. The first time I tripped mushies after finding spirituality was insane. Yeah, dude, I love mushies. They're my besties. But, all right, boys. Have a good day. See you tomorrow.